Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back. Hope you're all doing well. So my last video, and you'll see it in the description down below on top, is I went over 8 free agent signings that should happen in the MLB this offseason, but probably won't. Today I'm going to go over 7 trades that should happen this offseason in the MLB, but also probably won't happen. But that's what the fans are for. We play mock GM when the season's when we're in season and when we're out of season. So, and they probably don't listen to any of us, but you never know. A good idea might pass by, or catch the right eyes at some point. But it's all part of the channel too. That's what makes this channel fun. We have our own dialogue with each other. So that's what I want to go over today. So if it's your first time to the channel, welcome. If you like baseball stuff, good baseball content, this channel is for you. Subscribe right now. Hit that bell next to it so that you see not only 100 plus videos that I put out already, but you won't miss the good ones that I'm going to be putting out after this. And my next video after this one is going to be my 2021 MLB free agent predictions for the top 30 players, okay, where they're going to go. The video after that is going to be the predictions for their contracts, okay? That's going to drop right after the World Series. And you're not going to want to miss them. So be sure, if you haven't subscribed yet, to do so and hit that bell next to it so you don't miss it when it comes out. Okay, my regulars, you're the best. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Hope you like it enough to come back. And even if you don't plan on subscribing, which I hope you do regardless, please hit the thumbs up. It's really helpful to the channel's growth, and I really appreciate it. But if you do subscribe, I say this in my other videos, let me know in the comments down below so I can personally thank you. I really appreciate your support. Now, let's get to the details of the day. 7 trades that should happen this offseason, but probably won't. Number 1. The Pittsburgh Pirates should trade Josh Bell, first baseman Josh Bell, and outfielder Gregory Polanco, to the Miami Marlins. Okay, the all of a suddenly pretty good Miami Marlins for Max Meyer, who's their number 3 prospect, right-handed pitcher. Jesus Sanchez, their number 5 prospect and outfielder. Braxton Barrett, who's their number 7 prospect, a left-handed pitcher. And Livan Diaz, who's their number 8 prospect, the first baseman. Yeah, it's going to probably take about 4 prospects. Polanco and Bell have 2 or 3 years of control left each. And this would be, I think it would be a good trade. It gives the Pirates a chance to recoup some prospects, okay, and kind of speed up the rebuild. And I think it's a change of scenery for both of these guys to go to a team like the Marlins, which they might have a little bit of a bigger impact, might be a little bit of a better team. And hopefully they are next year for a 162-game season. But and again, they have some money in their contract, so I don't see the Pirates having to eat a lot of money. But the Marlins payroll is, I don't know, is it $15 right now? It's super low, so they will cost a few bucks, but these guys would be worthwhile investments and would make the Marlins a heck of a lot better. They would fill holes, and again, it would recoup a bunch of prospects for the Pirates who need to just undergo complete rebuild. So, number 2, this is one that I thought should happen last year, but Chris Bryant should be traded from the Cubs to the Atlanta Braves. For Drew Waters, their number 2 prospect, who's an outfielder. Kyle Muller, their number 6, a left-handed pitcher. I'm looking at my book, by the way. And Jared Schuster, who's their number 9 prospect, a left-handed pitcher. Last year they would have gotten more for Chris Bryant, but he only has 1 year left. I think he's a perfect fit for the Braves. And the Braves have a lot of prospects. They have a really good farm system. It might even cost more than that, but at the very least, I think he'd be a good fit at the Atlanta Braves to add to that dynamic lineup. And I think they're in a position to afford to extend him, sign him to a big extension, and just plant him at third base for the next decade or whatever. And him, you got Freddie Freeman, you got Acuna, Albie. You have a crazy young good lineup there, and he would just make it that much better. Number 3, I think the Yankees should trade Aroldis Chapman to the Los Angeles Dodgers for Bobby Miller, who's their number 7 prospect, a right-handed pitcher. Diego Cartaya, who's their number 6 prospect, a catcher. And Mitch White, who's their number 10 prospect, another right-handed pitcher. The Yankees will get some pitching depth back and another catching prospect to go along with their pretty deep list of catching prospects, but this is an opportunity for the Yankees to kind of maybe reroute that money from their payroll and bring in a Liam Hendricks or Alex Colombo, or maybe both of them or whatnot. And the LA Dodgers are in a position to absorb his contract, and they have the need right now with
Kenley Jansen being on a sharp decline. Now, they may very well sign a couple of free agent relievers, which will make it move, but I think, and what the thing about Aroldis Chapman, too, is, as much as he's frustratingly given up 2 or 3 of the worst timed home runs over the past 2 or 3 years, if you look at his stats, they're Josh Hader-like, even better. It's like 2.4 ERA over the last 4 years combined. So it's dominant. Yeah, he has some rough stretches, but all closers do. Okay, but he's still dominating. He's still power arm. Okay, and he would fit right into the Dodgers bullpen, and again alleviate the Yankees. Just put him in a different place. Put him in another change of scenery, and I think a lot of Yankee fans probably want him gone. But this gives both teams an opportunity to get better either way. I think the Yankees need to restock, keep restocking their farm. So, and it gives the Dodgers a lights down reliever. Number 4, the Brewers should trade Josh Hader to the New York Mets for Steven Matz, who's one of their current rotation pitchers. I think they're number 5. And Andres Jimenez, who's their number 3 prospect, a shortstop. So they get a top 5 prospect and a major league starter in return for Hader. I think the Mets would be in a good spot. They need a dominant reliever, okay? The bullpen's inconsistent. If Dylan Betances gets healthy and consistent, you plug this guy in there, now you have a whole different look for the bullpen. To complement that rotation, I do think Steve Cohen, their new uber billionaire owner, is going to spend some money this offseason, so they're going to try to make some noise. So if they can bring in 1 or 2 big free agents and make a trade like this, it would be really, really good. And again, it gives the Brewers a starter for the rotation, and it gives them a top shortstop prospect. So, because I still think they need they're still lacking at shortstop, the Brewers. So this gives them a top prospect to maybe put in there. Number 5, the Rockies. This is an uber blockbuster trade. The Rockies should trade Nolan Arenado, third baseman, and starter John Gray, okay, to the Toronto Blue Jays, okay, for Simon Richardson, who's their number 3 prospect, a right-handed pitcher, Alejandro Kirk, who's their number 5, a catcher, Kevin Biggio, who is their current second baseman, and Adam Kloffenstein, who's their number 10, a right-handed pitcher. This gives you an opportunity to move Vladimir Guerrero Jr. over to first base because he does first and third. Okay, you plug in Arenado at third, you have Guerrero at first. I think the second base position would be easier to fill, and Biggio is not at the level of Junior or Bichette Jr. yet. He's good, but look what you're getting in return. You're getting one of the best third basemen in baseball and a starter for the rotation, another power arm, which they need. They need both of these, okay? And again, the Rockies restock the farm, and they can also get to unload Arenado's contract, and maybe they'll replace him with someone else. So we'll see. Number 6, Jorge Soler from the Royals and Whit Merrifield. Okay, in a package deal, another blockbuster should be traded to the Minnesota Twins. Okay, for Jordan Balazovic, who's their one of their players. Travis Blankenstein, who's their number 16 prospect, who's an outfielder and a second baseman. Balazovic is their number 3. Excuse me, he's a right-handed pitcher. Trevor Larnach, a number 4 prospect and outfielder, and who's this? Jason Duran or Jordan Duran, who's their number 7, a right-handed pitcher. So they're getting a bunch of prospect capital in return, but they're putting a power outfield bat in that lineup, okay, and an all-star, one of the best second basemen in the lineup as well. So they're improving their defense, their lineup, and remember, some of these guys are getting a little bit older. Josh Donaldson, Nelson Cruz. I mean, hopefully they don't slow down yet, but now you're supplanting them with 2 young bats, or complementing them right now with 2 young bats, and having another outfielder and finally an all-star second baseman would be a really, really good thing, and it would take the Minnesota Twins to the next level, I think. And Kansas City would get a bunch of prospect capital in return and offload some contract as well, because they're not contending anytime soon, at least in my opinion. And number 7, the Colorado Rockies. Okay, they will now replace their third baseman. So Seattle Mariners should trade Kyle Seager, their all-star third baseman, to the Colorado Rockies, okay, for a couple of prospects they got earlier, Adam Kloffenstein, okay, and Alejandro Kirk, and Ryan Velarde, who's their number 4 prospect, the third baseman, okay. So they get some good prospect capital, plus Seattle offloads Seager's $100 million salary. Colorado can obviously easily absorb it because you're going to be basically getting an all-star third baseman for half the price. I don't think Seattle's contending anytime soon either, but this is an opportunity for them to trade a very good player and get a lot of prospect capital in return. It may even cost them more. Who knows? But the Rockies just got a boatload of prospect capital that they could just basically flip over to Seattle if they wanted to. And then they'd be unloading payroll and keeping an all-star at third base. And Seattle would be boosting their farm, which they need to do anyway. So these are my 7 trades. Let me know what you think. Hit that thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Let me know I'm crazy in the comments if you think I'm crazy. Totally cool. I think it's, these are trades that should be considered. It could be based on need, fit, and all types of stuff, whether it be the team or the individual. And shuffling things around like this, and a couple of them are blockbuster trades. So they should be considered by the teams. Will GMs probably do it? No, but who cares? This is the channel. This is a baseball channel. This is what it's for. Okay, keeping it entertaining, keeping it fun. Brainstorming ideas with each other. And like I said, who knows? What a GM might catch wind of one of these things one day and actually go with it. Okay, who knows? Who cares? So anyway, hope you enjoyed this. If you did, be sure to hit that thumbs up. And again, please subscribe to the channel either way. It's really helpful to the channel's growth. I want to make this into one of the best running channels out there for baseball fans. So your help is greatly appreciated. It's much needed. So with that, be on the lookout for the next videos, and I will talk to you then.